This genius was able to become a world champion at the age of 16.
He's unbelievable. Oh, it's on. It's on. And the first leg of the match. His World Series debut. He got through the...
Wow, what a reaction! I don't know about you, but for some reason, I am very scared. How many attempts do you think it takes to score such a throw? Any emotions can always be taken under control. Just imagine if you had such entertainment as a child. Some fans felt not only excitement, but also real fear. If even the mascot of the team is capable of such a spectacular throw, then what can you expect from the players themselves? We must admit that even if he decides to leave American football, he has every chance to realize himself in another field, for example, to become a successful stuntman. This player is so good that he doesn't seem to need other team members.
Here's Austin Meadows now on the first pitch. Hot shot. Oh, yeah.
Despite the danger of the situation, fans and photographers were delighted with this turn of events. Are these superpowers, or was it just luck?
And there's your double play. See, you turn your back and good things happen.
I wish they would change winter tires for summer tires so quickly. Goosebumps from the atmosphere of unity of the fans and the joy of the victory of your favorite team. At the Olympics, two athletes did their best to win prizes. Perhaps that's why, as soon as they crossed the finish line, they stumbled and fell.
The camera went end on, so it's impossible with the naked eye to tell who hit the weight.
What would you do in the place of this ball if you were constantly being kicked? Now it's clear why Ronaldo has 2 private jets. You never know what to expect from your fans. Even a good photo can become a decoration for any football match. I wonder what's left behind the scenes. What do you know about extreme driving? These people with an unbroken will and an iron spirit arouse only respect and admiration. What a mystery!
Look at this, Michael. It came straight out of the pocket. Straight out of the back of the pocket. That is absolutely incredible.
This moment will definitely be included in the top 10 of the season.
Ball comes down, setting up a bicycle kick, and it's in! Unbelievable from OKC!
This theatrical genius gets the Oscar for Best Actor. I admired this amazing calmness and lightning-fast reaction. Obviously, their opponents did not expect such a double save, which was decisive for determining the winning team in this game. It is simply incredible what gymnasts are capable of. Their level of mastery of their own body, strength, and grace are really admired. At their performances, the cheerleaders demonstrate complex elements and acrobatic tricks, and during breaks, they sincerely rejoice for their favorite team and amuse the audience. He may not be a goalkeeper, but he definitely knows how to save the goal at the last second.
With a big save.
In a tense game, you must use absolutely everything to secure the win.
He's sort of going right at belly.
Are you allowed to block a shot with a shoe? No. Taj may have gotten a piece of that.
It's clear he's willing to do anything for his team. There are no hopeless situations in volleyball.
Trying to track it down, gets his foot on it. Canada saves it. What an amazing recovery.
Wow, what an incredible precision.
Whether or not he's going to run that. Exactly.
Yes, apparently Cristiano is clearly in a bad mood today. This guy looks like an astronaut in zero gravity.
From Marquez, he looked like he was going over the front, and somehow he stays on, gives the guy a cape. Absolutely.
I have to say that he has enormous problems with accuracy. This is the case when the referee and the fans are on the same wavelength. When the adrenaline is controlling the team's players, sometimes you can see just incredible saves.
Trying to track it down, gets his foot on it. Canada saves it. What an amazing recovery.
The wave at stadiums during football matches is a very spectacular phenomenon that symbolizes the unity of fans and creates a special atmosphere. It's like he can't wait to get off the start and win this race.
Nice stuff, Peter. So Peter Kenny from Team Sky is already out. He looks happy about it, doesn't he? And he's in classic.
In such competitions, communication comes first. This rugby match turned into some kind of massive freestyle wrestling competition. I'm sure that the coach could teach an excellent masterclass to young players.
Let's not forget Chris Daly was a great player.
How much control do you need to have over your body and movements in order to keep your balance so deftly? What can I say here? Everyone has their own way of preparing for an important moment, and sometimes it may seem a little strange to others. Performing such a trick on ice requires not only skill but also deep trust in your partner. The guys prove that their duet is synonymous with mutual understanding and consistency. Bravo! What a performance! This is the mystery of the springboard. At the last moment, before the planned jump into the water, the girl suddenly stopped. What made her change her mind? Such an unexpected turn of events left everyone perplexed. Of course, this wasn't just a coincidence. They worked hard to bring this vibrant idea to life. Even blindfolded, it's as if he activates a sixth sense, intuitively dodging strikes. Juggling requires full concentration and coordination, and there's no better place to hone this skill than by the sea. It's clear the girl trusts her friend and believes in her abilities, considering she agreed to serve as her target. Patrice Bergeron showed us how crucial it is to fight until the very last second. Sometimes a pair of players can completely turn the tide of a competition. Just look at these US athletes who not only caught up with their opponents, but also finished first.
Jamaica and the US down the back stretch.
Look at, but it's a good run from TT Terry.
She has held her own, but now the Jamaicans have taken the lead.
Thomas up against Shasha-Lee Forbes. Thomas gets the lead, gives it to Sha'Carri Richardson. Here comes Sharika Jackson. Front, nobody's catching Sha'Carri Richardson. It's gold for the United States.
I don't care how accurately you throw the ball into the ring, but will you become my wife? Is there a perfect uniformity of movements? Yes! Wow, what an incredible technique and a successful attack! A touching moment occurred during the first round match at Wimbledon when British tennis player Jodie Burrage noticed that the ball boy had become ill. She immediately rushed to his aid, offered him her drink and sweets, and also waited for the arrival of doctors. There are no hopeless situations in basketball, especially when a group of charming cheerleaders comes to the rescue. This is not the case when there are no skills. Because of water, the conditions of the match cannot be called fair. It would seem like an ordinary bowling game, but what a beautiful throw he made. As a gymnast, her body possesses extraordinary flexibility, strength, and agility. She can perform complex elements requiring incredible body control. This guy is so strong, the barbell on his shoulders bends like jelly. Nothing unites a team better than a shared dance. These ladies pulled off a brilliant trick to score a touchdown and celebrated their success hilariously. For effective training, they need a worthy opponent capable of matching their agility and speed. The throw is undoubtedly impressive, but can it truly be considered successful? A strike on the ball that will undoubtedly go down in history. He's one of those who makes the most of outdoor fitness equipment. She didn't just get lucky, she's genuinely an excellent athlete. Looks like we've found the worst goalkeeper in history. A perfect performance must include both a stunning outfit and great technique. In tennis, as in life, sometimes you have to go beyond the established boundaries. Players take risks and make non-standard decisions and actions for the sake of a cherished victory, showing that the real spirit of competition knows no limits. Many men tried to demonstrate their strength and lift dumbbells, but only the girl coped with this task. This girl has excellent ball control and demonstrates various feints and tricks. Wow is the only thing that comes to mind. Her performance was magical. Jumping and acrobatic flips in the air kept the audience's suspense from the beginning to the most mesmerizing ending of the performance. A real battle unfolded on the court where each of the girls gave herself up to the game without a trace. After the final whistle, emotions took over. One of the athletes, having lost control due to the loss, decided to express her disappointment by smashing her racket. Everyone has moments when it is necessary to vent anger and resentment. That's just that he will soon regret that it was his favorite stick that came to hand. Sometimes fate decides to intervene in the game in the most unexpected way. Strangely enough, there was a chair on the field which became an unexpected obstacle for the player. It's not every day you see how furniture decides the outcome of a match. Yes, you always need to be on your guard in sports. Just one mistake by an opponent and the situation can change dramatically, not in your favor. It is important not only to monitor your actions, but also to keep an eye out to be ready for anything. The athletes' jumps were a real spectacle. Each of them was the embodiment of lightness and skill. But when the time came for the final element, her legs could not stand it and literally let her down. Another participant in the race was affected by the same problems, which led to a spectacular fall. In the heat of the race, when every step counts, her legs decided to choose their path, completing it with an unplanned flight at a distance. Why not? Every tennis player can have their own unique style of play. It may be unusual, perhaps even a little extravagant, but if it's effective, then this is the main thing.
And we're moving on at the speed of light. All the most interesting things are still ahead. What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
I admire the willpower and desire of this guy. Horses, like humans, also have character and temper. No wonder Alex Higgins is considered a snooker legend. His skill and vivid play have left an indelible mark on the sport. Even at school football matches, you can see which of the young football players has the potential for further development and a successful sports career. We understand your emotions, man. You did it.
And how do you like such a twist? To be honest, I can't do without your comments here.
There are people who are unlucky not only in life, but also in sports. Yes, this time the Iron Friend did not meet expectations, but emotions can no longer solve the problem. Sports fortune does not smile at everyone, but there is no need to despair. The jumps were magnificent and full of drama, making the audience hold their breath. However, the landing did not turn out to be as successful. It was a clear dissonance with such a flawless performance. In fencing, it's important to be able to attack, but the main thing is not to overdo it and lose control. One needs to make sure to avoid performing random attacks. This performance could have been a model of strength and beauty if not for landing on the butt. Despite the brilliant start, it is precisely such moments that can greatly affect the perception of the entire performance. Sometimes when it seems that everything is lost and the chances of winning tend to zero, the athlete finds the strength for the final breakthrough. Suddenly, an unexpected blow, and now the score changes, leading to an incredible triumph. It's really incredible. With one stroke, both black and white balls hit the holes. The player is stunned. Such a thing does not happen every day. Watching two cyclists simultaneously and inexplicably leave the track was a real mystery to everyone. What could have influenced their direction so much remains the subject of speculation and speculation among all those present. The beer was on the field, so why not use it for its intended purpose? It is unlikely that these awkward push-ups will help everyone, including himself, forget about his unfortunate fall. Maybe someone will finally explain to her that after taking a pole run, the goal is to jump over the bar and not get on the pole like a swing. Pole vaulting is still a sport, not outdoor recreation. They didn't have enough strength to lift the barbell perfectly, and the athlete's reaction was not long in coming. It was irritation and discontent. After all, when so much effort is invested, every failure is perceived painfully. After all, they say that one should not celebrate victory ahead of time. You can see right away that this is a beginner. Apparently, the athlete in the blue uniform forgot about the rules and acted intuitively. Tennis player Coco Vandeweghe, unable to cope with her emotions, was so upset that she vented her anger on the racket. Unfortunately, it was clear from the very start that luck had turned against one of the athletes at this championship. I understand that there are times when emotions overwhelm you, but what does your racket have to do with it? As you can see, the cat absolutely does not care about the outcome of the final competition. These athletes shouldn't invade its territory. Looks like this is the first racing bike equipped with autopilot. If you see this guy among your opponents, you might as well skip the game altogether. Proof that girls play soccer better than guys. The goalkeeper's lack of attention let the entire team down. Excessive celebration in golf could cost you your club. What wouldn't you do to distract your opponent before a free throw?
Nice work. It's not all going to be.
Badminton is a surprisingly challenging game where anticipating your opponent's moves is key, as the game is filled with strategic traps. Every move he makes is meticulously calculated, turning his play into a form of art that fascinates and inspires admiration. Today, freestyle football has evolved from a simple pastime into a recognized global movement, a dynamic and spectacular sport.
It was so cool! It's hard to comprehend how this is even possible.
This is a real miracle. You can't call it anything else. Great job. This is a future champion. They needed just a tiny bit more. Maybe he remembered that he forgot to turn off the iron at home.
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen?
We hope this trick did not go unnoticed by the organizers of the cycling race. This jump could have been a turning point in his career because everything was set up for a record. However, fate decided otherwise, so it was a failure. Such moments are difficult, but they are a test of perseverance and self-belief. Each athlete has their own method of setting up before an important moment, and she also has a special one. However, despite her efforts in preparation, the desired results never came. This time, the barbell turned out to be beyond her strength. Apparently, the athlete underestimated her capabilities. This is a lesson that reminds us of the importance of adequately assessing one's strengths before taking on new challenges. Do you think this trick is even allowed in badminton? After such a brilliant strike, you might even feel awkward in front of your opponent. After this bowling attempt, he should have realized it wasn't his game. Next time, the event organizers might want to consider a larger pool. Clearly, this spot is very popular among athletes celebrating their victories.
What an incredible footage! We always strive to choose the best content for you.
Even without a snowboard, the desire to slide persists. All it takes is creativity and seizing the moment. While she was giving a serious interview, her teammate stole the spotlight with a humorous entrance. Clearly, gravity doesn't affect him. Such an impressive and memorable goal deserves to be celebrated with a victory dance. An attempt to whisper something to her teammate became a highlight moment, quickly making it into the media. Some athletes are even willing to change the dimensions of the field to secure a win. Polish tennis player Radwanska can save the situation from any position. She knows how to steal the spotlight in a group photo. It's obvious who the queen of this court is. It's heartwarming to see mutual respect between opponents as they are willing to support each other even after a tense match. A perfect example of why helmets are essential. One relay runner failed to pass the baton due to an unfortunate fall. When figure skaters move in perfect sync, despite the complexity and dynamism of each element, it creates true harmony on the ice. Unfortunately, even the best athletes don't even manage to finish their performances perfectly, which can negatively impact their overall results. For some, chopping wood is a basic necessity dictated by daily life and the need for warmth. But he perfected the technique for sport, striving for excellence in every swing of the axe for competitions. With his height, there's no need to jump near the hoop, and his hand size allows him to grip the ball with ease. The fierce rivalry between China and Canada ended with a clever trick by the Chinese athlete who managed to trip her opponent. Team mascots often find themselves in awkward situations, and this time, the bear mascot may have gone too far with his hugs. This footballer scored the winning goal for her team, only to be congratulated by another player in the worst possible way. This exercise was executed with incredible precision. Every athlete knows exactly what to do and when. Even her coach couldn't stop this gymnast from showcasing her abilities. A collision with the opposing team's mascot took the athlete out of the game. How to easily ruin your triumphant moment. He clearly came to football straight from acrobatics. These baseball players seem capable of catching any ball, no matter how difficult, but catching a ball with their mouth? That's taking things too far and could easily end in a missing tooth. Her coach clearly knows how to make training as effective as possible, helping her achieve peak performance. When one volleyball player hesitated and missed the ball, another gave her all to ensure her team's victory. No matter how fast this ball flies, it is unlikely that it can knock an athlete off his feet, but it can easily become a good reason for a joke. After the fall, he had a few seconds to catch his breath and see his team's defeat. It seems that the goalkeeper was tired or did not want to make an effort to hit the ball. Nevertheless, he was very lucky and the barbell played its role. Yes, emotions can be different after a win, but this runner seems to have invented a completely new way of expressing them. If medals had been given for the originality of his reactions, he would have received gold for his creative approach to celebrating victory. Having failed, he inadvertently began to destroy everything around him. Why solve conflicts by fighting and shouting if you can arrange a dance battle? Who's interested in playing on a hard surface if you can do it in such a picturesque place on the water? It all started so well, but at the most important moment, her sneakers let her down.
What an incredible footage! We always strive to choose the best content for you.
The girls from the volleyball team really gave their best to beat their rivals. Their efforts were not in vain. They looked impressively decent on the court. It seems that the motorcycle on the track has gained its will and behaves like an indomitable beast, but its rider shows incredible confidence. He holds onto the steering wheel with superhuman strength and skill, controlling every movement of the car to the limit of his capabilities. Professionalism is, among other things, the ability to act correctly in non-standard situations. Respect for the opponent is the cornerstone of the philosophy of sports. Look at how easily the height of 210 centimeters is conquered. Sometimes it's better to just stand still and listen to the coach. It feels like this guy flying is not subject to the laws of physics. This goalkeeper did not just score a goal, but became the author of a real masterpiece. Any football player can envy her skills. This is a unique solution, but the result has not been achieved. In such a thing, any flips are not terrible. A good goalkeeper is always worth his weight in gold. This guy did not give up before the difficulties of life and continued to play his favorite sport. No matter how you jump, there's still no chance. One can only imagine how emotions overwhelm him. This is a whole new level. Yes, you definitely can't beat off such a throw. Well, can we dance a little? Wow, this throw will definitely be remembered by the audience for a long time. Is this the stupidest goal in football history? This is the case when the opponent does not give you a chance. Do you remember, you can't celebrate a victory too early? Athletes are also people, and they also sometimes need to release steam to cope with stress and disappointment. This football player definitely has nerves of steel. But one really wants to follow the performance of this athlete without interruption. He moves so skillfully and effectively. His every movement captures us, making the audience admire his skill and grace. Gentlemen in sports and in life are still here. Usually table tennis does not provide for such jumps, but it is a fairly effective way to discourage and confuse opponents. It's good that this goal was captured. It may be the beginning of an impressive career for the player. Skaters stand out from other athletes with their incredible speed and grace on the ice, turning every move into a perfect combination of strength and precision. At such a crucial moment of the game, the athlete was very unlucky. Her shoelaces were tangled with one of the opponent's shoes, so she fell. The chance to become a professional in this sport is definitely available to many. No one said that you need to run to reach 6-meter obstacles. You can just use your skateboard. This guy knows a lot about cheating in the world of sports. Apparently, this volleyball team was very lucky to have such a coach. Can you wait with your water? Said this racer while crossing the finish line. That's what obsession with your business means. This coach knows how to earn the respect of the players and the admiration of fans. It's either you or the puck. The athlete understood the coach's instructions too literally, but at the same time, he worked quite effectively. At a school basketball game, one of the players decided to effectively throw the ball into the ring, but the school gym was clearly not ready for this. For a moment, the audience held their breath waiting for the outcome of this jump. Fortunately, there were no injuries. The epic conclusion of a hockey match, even though he lost his stick, he still managed to score the puck. This is the case when even your helmet doesn't behave the way it should today. Just a good warm-up before the start is the key to a successful performance. Well, it was almost there. This guy just walked on the edge. It's good that it didn't lead to consequences. As they say, if it ends well, it's good. The player with the number 85 clearly did not expect such a turn of events. Apparently, she has more experience in snooker than in golf. These acrobats not only masterfully control their bodies by performing complex elements, but also perfectly synchronize their movements so as not to interfere with each other. Shoe brands should consider offering this girl to star in their advertising campaign. In football, the outcome of a game can be decided even in the last seconds. However, sometimes attempts to change the score are useless. The impeccable skill of this motorcyclist can only be admired. It's the right time to like this video. The love of the fans is the most valuable thing for an athlete. The most important thing is that she still came to the finish line first. This video makes your eyes filled with tears and your heart with emotions. I'm sure they understood each other. Yes, it is simply impossible to beat off a pitch at such a speed. I'm sorry to disturb you. Is this not part of your motorcycle? Now you understand why a baseball catcher needs a helmet. Motivation, strength, speed, and the will to win are the keys to any record. I can't even imagine how many friends I would need to call to lift such a weight. It's amazing how he managed to keep his balance in such a difficult situation. The cheerleader quickly got her bearings and sacrificed her phone for the victory of her favorite team. In gratitude for her feat, she was presented with a new gadget. In a stressful situation, these football players used all their skills and abilities to win. Strangely enough, this time the referee caused the football player to fall during the game. Take a closer look at this look. This is the look of a champion. I bet the goalkeeper definitely didn't expect such a development. I'm sure this player won't have any problems with accuracy in the game. In this bowling club, such a throw will definitely enter the top 10 in history. Watching this girl is a pleasure. Her movements are so smooth and graceful that they take your breath away. I wonder when football clubs will finally notice this guy and offer him a place on their team. Now take a look. She feels the ball so well that she can easily hit it with any plane of the racket. Fencing is always full of surprises, but the phenomenal fall of one of the participants was a real shock to everyone present. The art of maneuvering turned into an unexpected somersault that will definitely go down in the history of the sport. The tension in this match has reached its limit. Surely after this hockey match, Sarah North has even more fans.
To be honest, I'm speechless after witnessing it. What about you?
Japanese table tennis player Koki Niwa stands out for his unique style of play and lightning-fast reaction. What could be more touching after a victory than hugging a beloved child? Emotions from an annoying loss are always difficult to contain. Ronnie O'Sullivan certainly didn't count on such an incredible blow. Wow, just look at this amazing teamwork. The young gymnast almost got seriously injured due to an incorrectly executed element. Fortunately, her coach was there and managed to save her in time. No wonder she was entrusted to serve the ball at this baseball game. She coped with the task perfectly. In the long jump, it is important for athletes not only to gain speed, but also to push off the ground correctly. The real skill of motorcycle racers is manifested not only in the skillful control of the motorcycle, but also in their ability to fall correctly to minimize injuries, as well as in a quick reaction to race conditions. If even a simple victory can turn his head, then in this case the loss was so unexpected that he lost his balance. When hitting professional badminton players, the speed of the shuttlecock can exceed 400 kilometers per hour, which makes it much faster than many balls in other sports. That's what it means to be in the right place at the right time. So, who's ready to play against these girls? Huh, I definitely haven't seen this in lawn tennis yet. Even in the most difficult game, a good sense of humor is always in place. Hopefully she'll have better luck on her next attempt. What is the best way to celebrate a victory? Of course, it's an incendiary dance. Wow, just look at this distraction. Rules are always rules. They have to be respected. Even at school basketball games, you can see impressive shots and unexpected turns of the game. Of course, everyone has ridiculous falls. However, in her case, it would have been much better if it had not happened during an important match. Athletes invest a huge amount of time and effort in preparing for competitions, However, they do not always manage to fully realize their skills and show everything they're capable of. Given the speed at which the shuttlecock flies in professional badminton, it can be assumed that this blow to the head was very painful. Of course, such actions are unacceptable in serious competitions, but in an amateur game, why not allow yourself such childishness? How do you like this kind of sport? I wonder what it's called. Mutual respect among fans is an adornment of any sport. Unfortunately, this bobsledder missed her chance for a successful performance, starting the race with a regrettable fall. Didier Drogba tried to take the ball away from the opponent's goalkeeper, knocked him down, and then clung to his leg with a death grip and did not want to let go in any way. Even though the situation looked funny, the player received a yellow card for unsportsmanlike conduct. The match turned out to be extremely successful for the goalkeeper. He repeatedly demonstrated his superiority by deflecting punches and keeping the gate safe. Despite her limited physical abilities, this girl shows incredible strength of spirit and a desire to win, inspiring others with her example. Yes, even in fencing, unusual situations occur. How could you miss like that? Pay attention to this wonderful technique of performing a jump. The result was not long in coming. Wow, this fighter probably used to do gymnastics. This is the teamwork at the highest level. As a result, they have a well-deserved point. Anyway, it's still better to control your emotions even if you haven't won. This is the case when not only the opponent is against you, but also his horse. Even a short pause helps to restore not only strength, but also vision. It's amazing how fast and agile badminton players are.
Oh my God, both the players on the floor. This is incredible athleticism. Credit to the Indonesians who held it.
Don't get upset, you have 2 more attempts ahead of you. Yes, apparently this guy was counting on a different result. Even when you are unarmed, you can continue to defend yourself. What amazing luck! She still has a chance to win. Centimeters and seconds decide everything. Such vivid emotions fill the fans' hearts with warmth and love. What an interesting warm-up option, isn't it? Take a look at how bright this couple looks. Maybe with 2 rackets, the probability of winning increases. Apparently, these girls came to the game just to have fun. Sometimes the weather contributes to the course of the game. Children bring light and joy into our lives. Their emotions are the most sincere and vivid. Honor and praise to the participants of the Paralympic Games. Their fortitude evokes a deep sense of respect. I think during the intense heat, she would also thank the one who did it. Sometimes you can just climb over the ropes. Apparently, this fighter wanted to do everything more effectively. At first, it may be difficult to focus on what surprises you the most here. Is it the excessive joy of an athlete, or 2 guys fighting over his t-shirt? Cheerleading is not just fun for school children, but a serious sport that combines gymnastics, acrobatics, and dancing. The goalkeeper had every chance to catch the ball, but he spectacularly missed it. In order for the helmet to effectively perform its function, it must remain on the athlete's head. The parachutist landed spectacularly on the field during the match. However, it seems that he did not expect to be the center of attention. There are no hopeless situations. The main thing is to approach the problem creatively. Despite the fact that the rider seemed to have completed his participation in the competition, his motorcycle continued to strive for the finish line. What an interesting way to relax at competitions. It may seem like a bad idea, but if it helps to reduce tension, why not? In the end, everyone has their own way of having fun. That's what a real shock means. The lights went out in the middle of the badminton tournament. And this is an unexpected turn of events. Now here's the million-dollar question: who will be credited with victory in such a dark situation? What a throw. There doesn't seem to be any barriers for him. This is exactly the moment when your idea of the guy's capabilities will turn 180 degrees. It seems that the conflict they had will have an impact on how this match will go.
And how do you like such a twist? To be honest, I can't do without your comments here.
Wow, what are these two doing? I can't even imagine how much effort they put into performing together in such a difficult fusion. It seems that this hockey player was involved in football as a child and accidentally used the acquired skill. But in order for a goal in hockey to be counted, the puck must be scored with a stick. It's wrong to say that people can't fly. It seems that this athlete has just such an ability. It's possible that this was the first and last game for this athlete in the goalkeeper position. I wonder if the judges appreciated how quickly and effectively he got to his feet. Given this failure on the football field, the continuation of the match seems unlikely possible. This hockey player miraculously managed to take the puck away from the goal line, thereby saving his team from a missed goal. The performances of athletes are often so spectacular that the audience watches them with bated breath. Neymar is not only an outstanding footballer, but also a man with a big heart who does not remain indifferent when an opponent needs help and support.
And how do you like such a twist? To be honest, I can't do without your comments here.
The game between Alex de Minaur and Andrei Rublev was incredibly tense, and until the last moment, no one could predict who would win. However, in the end, Alex won thanks to an unexpected bounce of the ball off the net. It is enough to watch just a few minutes of this game to understand which of the volleyball players is ready to do anything for the sake of victory and is not afraid to take risks. In mini motorcycle racing, despite the compact size of the bikes, the speed can reach 120 kilometers per hour, which is especially acute when landing low. The sharp turns and bumps of the track require riders to have a high level of skill and precision in order to continue to maintain control. This girl not only plays on the football team but also enjoys freestyle skiing, demonstrating a variety of tricks and acrobatic elements with the ball. One of the members of the bobsleigh team slipped and could not get into the sled, but his friend helped him in time. Thanks to such well-coordinated work, they were still able to continue participating in the competition. It is a mistake to believe that by playing table tennis professionally, you do not have to take risks for the sake of victory. The euphoria of victory played a cruel joke on one of the players. He tried to effectively take off his t-shirt, but it didn't work out, and it looked pretty ridiculous. Unsurprisingly, good stretching plays an important role in rock climbing. It makes it much easier to perform complex movements and helps to reach new heights. Accelerating to an incredible speed, it is easy to lose control of the car, but to take control back into your own hands is the real skill of a racer. Cyclists usually try to take water as quickly as possible so as to not waste precious time and not disrupt the rhythm of the race. Local athletes have found an excellent alternative to water polo and beach volleyball. It is immediately clear that they were carefully preparing for the fight, working out tactics, and studying the opponent's technique.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
Perhaps she was released on the field for the first time, and because of the surprise, she reacted differently than in training. As soon as Marseille player Mario Balotelli scored a goal, he took his phone from the operator to film a joyful moment for his team. Colorado forward McKinnon has a unique style of play. Before scoring a goal, he tossed the puck in the air 6 times. Motocross has turned into a race for survival and a real battle with dirt. With such a defender, his team was doomed to fail from the very beginning. This girl spends a lot of time training, so she's able to impress and inspire with her results. Every year, more and more girls start practicing martial arts and demonstrate outstanding skills and achievements. Most likely, those who invented this sport simply did not have rackets at hand. The movements of this athlete are so honed and brought to automatism that his performance fascinates the audience. Don't underestimate cheerleaders. They're able to impress the audience with their exciting and energetic performances. Of course, this approach to training is very effective, although it requires a certain level of skills. When she approached the turnstile, no one expected much from her, but she quickly attracted attention with her abilities. Perhaps this player is also engaged in parkour, which undoubtedly helps him to play well on the field. As soon as this girl became the presenter of the weather forecast, the rating of the program immediately increased, and viewers began to trust her more. The owner of the bowling club is least impressed by this throw. If chess underwater has already become quite popular, then underwater boxing is really something unique. Despite the fact that people cannot walk on water, the girl managed to perform a moonwalk on its surface. It's curious how the idea of creating such an amazing visual illusion came about. Amanda Lawrence is an American powerlifter, the 2019 world champion, and the holder of the world record in deadlift among women. Over the last few years, she's achieved outstanding results, and in 2023 she set a world record by lifting 268 kilograms. Of course, it is important to choose a strong opponent. However, you don't even have to try to compete with him because it seems that it is simply impossible to surpass him. When a team's victory is at stake, some players are willing to risk themselves for it. She thought she finally had a moment of peace, but it was not the case. As you can see, the water quickly brought her back to reality. I wonder if he feels like Neo from The Matrix when he dodges the enemy's punches. Of course, everyone has the right to make mistakes, but a goalkeeper's mistake can cost the team dearly. This gymnast not only has excellent technique and skills, but also an incredible sense of balance. This athlete did not miss the opportunity to prove herself and demonstrate her excellent technique.
Breathtaking, stylish.
Thanks to this powerful baseball player's punch, one of the fans will take home the trophy today. This time, the ball boy had an unusual and responsible task to catch an insect that happened to be on the tennis court. Even if victory seems inevitable, you should never celebrate it ahead of time. Professional athletes are human too, and they can stumble and fall too. He probably wanted to finish more gracefully, but you can't take the victory away from him anyway. Apparently, the racket could not withstand the stress of the match and broke.
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen?
When you're an acrobat at heart, but fate turns out differently, and you have to become a baseball player. Apparently, nerves affected the cyclist's well-being and behavior, which led to his unsuccessful participation in the race. It's a sin to hide emotions when you're enjoying a superbly scored goal. Even though her performance started off great, the landing turned out to be ridiculous. This is probably one of the worst scenarios that could happen during a pole vault. It's good that he still chose a career in sports. He wouldn't have made the most skillful magician. We all know that tennis is full of surprises, but such a turn is really something new. This is the first time I've witnessed such a development on the court. What about you? What can I add? Today is not his day. The boy has experienced all the delights of team sports, and now he'll have something to remember. I do not know if it's possible to play volleyball with feet, but it turned out to be a good saving throw. This is definitely the most dizzying figure skating you've ever seen. Just look at these people during an interview with one of the team members. It seems to me that this girl would make a good goalkeeper for a women's football team. Sometimes it seems that graduates of different circus academies come to the world of golf. It's time to challenge all the existing laws of physics. It seems that a swarm of bees is chasing him, and he uses the maximum speed. In the heat of sports competitions, misunderstandings sometimes arise between athletes from different teams right on the field. The main thing in such moments is to keep cool and not allow clashes to escalate into conflict. These trainings are somewhat reminiscent of staged scenes in an Asian action movie. Perhaps these are the future stuntmen. It seems that before coming to golf, this guy went to a baseball school. Badminton is an exciting sport which, however, can become quite traumatic when players forget about safety in the pursuit of victory. Snowmobile riders perform complex and exciting stunts similar to motocross, but taking into account the design features of ski-tracked vehicles and snow cover. For several years in a row, the world record in the shot put had been held by American track and field athlete Ryan Krauser. In 2023, he set an impressive score of 23.56 meters. Hammer throwing requires high technology from an athlete, where rotation plays a key role, thanks to which a heavy metal ball flies far and in the right direction. Unfortunately, even in competitions, gymnasts sometimes make mistakes that can lead not only to low scores, but also to serious injuries. Confident actions and quick reactions became crucial in a tense situation at a hockey match. Even though this bobsledder was unable to reach the finish line, fortunately, there were no serious injuries. The girl didn't have a single chance to take the ball away from her opponent. He turned out to be too nimble and successfully threw the ball into the goal. From this angle, watching the performances of synchronized swimmers becomes even more exciting. Their choreography and coordination of movements create real magic in the water. This selfless goalkeeper definitely cannot be blamed. He did his best to block the ball. The athlete who threw the hammer faced a setback due to the fact that she could not set the right direction. The 2020 World Series in Montreal amazed the audience with an incredible performance by athletes who performed stunning multiple somersaults in diving. It is absolutely natural to be nervous before the start of the competition. The main thing is to get ready in time and demonstrate your abilities. Their synchronized movements are so precise and smooth that they create a truly mesmerizing experience. A professional racer demonstrates his drift skills by confidently driving a car at high speed. That is why hockey is considered an injury-prone sport. Boxing on stilts? I don't know what kind of sport it is, but it looks really entertaining. Mixing balance and strikes adds novelty and makes you think about the rules of the game. Sometimes the concept of the ass kick should not be underestimated at all. Thanks to such intense moments, the audience was delighted with this match. At the World Championship in road and ring motorcycle racing, there was an unfortunate case when the motorcycle of one of the participants broke down right at the finish line. In order to get to the next stage of the competition, he had to push his bike. The football player was so busy trying to hit the ball that he did not even notice how his shoes flew off during the kick. The scene turned out to be really funny. That's what I call devoting yourself to the game. After rolling through the goalkeeper's legs, such a shot left everyone delighted. No wonder the winning team is celebrating now. Every moment is worth gold. Each performance of synchronized swimmers requires not only physical endurance, but also perfect coordination of movements, since the slightest mistake can disrupt the harmony of the entire team. She spun it with amazing dexterity and sent it flying with such force that it took a breath away. What a great performance! Energy and skill are at the highest level. Performing a twist on one leg and then staying on the base, even with a small margin of error, requires incredible skill and balance. It takes a lot of effort to stay stable after such a difficult element. In the midst of a cycling race, the wheel of one of the athletes suddenly broke down. What a shame! Now when the path to the podium was so close, he would have to give up on his dreams of being the champion. Immediately after the start of the fight, one of the fencers faced one trouble: his leg let him down. Fortunately, the incident did not lead to serious injuries, and everything ended safely. Do you know why basketball players impress with their high jumps? All thanks to special training that helps them achieve such impressive results. It seems that this player is so good that it is not a problem for him to score balls under any circumstances. Even having experience didn't help him avoid this ridiculous fall in any way. You can always find a way out, even if you really want to play tennis and there's only one racket available. At the end of the season, some players on the team that won the match celebrate the victory in such an unusual, funny way. Even professional athletes sometimes have ridiculous falls. Maybe diving from a springboard is just not her thing. What do you think? Or let's forgive the athlete a ridiculous mistake and give her a second chance, friends. In badminton, you need to clearly coordinate the actions of your body, react quickly to changes on the court, and rebuild. You can also use deceptive strikes, although they are not always effective. While the football player was tuning in for a shot, the young fan did not miss the opportunity to get ahead of him. The judge wanted to show a master class, but something went wrong. It is interesting to watch how she sways her body easily before throwing, as if to the beat of the music. This dynamic adds a twist to her technique and makes the moment of the throw even more intriguing for the audience. An Emirates airline stewardess was honored to serve the ball at a baseball game. I have to say, she did a great job. Time in the company of friends can be spent in different ways. For example, they prefer active games. I wonder how much weight this hoop has. It seems that it is even heavier than the athlete himself. Even though the goalkeeper tried his best, he was only making his situation worse every second. The introduction of new technologies makes training more effective. The cyclist at the race was so exhausted that even the food offered did not arouse his interest. After driving so many kilometers, it seems that he even forgot about hunger. He was on the verge of failure, literally a millimeter from the critical starting line. But thanks to a miracle or incredible luck, he managed to keep his balance and stayed over the line, barely staying on his feet. She's definitely used to the attention. Her abilities delight and motivate others. What a big deal! She just decided to avoid throwing it at the last moment. Apparently today was not the day for her to win. Now she has to go home empty-handed, but the main thing is not prizes, but participation, isn't it? Roller skating is not only an active form of recreation, but also a sport in which professionals compete, demonstrating excellent technique and various tricks. With experience, he has learned to evaluate opponents from the first minutes, so he can afford to be self-confident. What an amazing way to remind people that a bicycle is a great alternative to vehicles that pollute the environment. Team spirit does not appear out of nowhere. It needs to be developed and maintained in all possible ways. He seems to be doing great in a variety of sports. Being confident in your abilities, you can experiment with punches. Tourists who came here to see the sights are likely to be distracted by his performance. Maybe not the best moment for a selfie, but on the other hand, when else will you get such a chance? Such a cool racket swing from the back showed the true skill of the player. However, it is quite possible that even the athlete himself did not expect that luck would be on his side this time. It is incomprehensible to the mind how he managed to perform such a somersault in such a timely manner. She runs so fast that it seems as if someone is pushing her in the back. Clearly breaking ahead, she leaves her rivals far behind, demonstrating superhuman speed and ambition.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
Well, it happens like that once in a while. The mood was amazing, the jump turned out to be even quite good, but it didn't work out to finish it with a good stand. Skateboarding is an art, and falling here is like a comma in a poem. It is a small but important part of the process. Don't worry, a couple of bumps only add character to the performance. Now our hero skier gave a masterclass on how to fall. He accelerated on the slope and performed a spectacular somersault in the snow. But as they say, there are no rises without falls. Horse racing is a truly exciting spectacle, full of drama and unpredictability. But sometimes even the strongest and most enduring horses succumb to fatigue, lose strength, and fall off their feet, encountering a number of obstacles. This goal was scored against logic and the laws of physics. What an annoying fall a second before the finish line. Everything was going so well, but at the last moment, bad luck decided to step in. The most annoying thing is that the opponent did not miss the chance and was able to snatch victory, taking advantage of the opportunity. Without a doubt, he crossed the finish line first, proving his superiority in the race. However, the finale of his victorious race was overshadowed by an unexpected moment. Such a phenomenal fall right at the finish line. Right at the start, the motorcycle showed its defiance like an iron horse with a strong character. The motorcyclist failed to subdue it, which added surprise to the race and showed that sometimes technology takes over. I wonder if he's so good at basketball games too. Training with friends is always a good idea, however, in the majority of cases, they can only bring positive emotions. He may have lost points, but at least he managed to miraculously avoid falling and injury. This exercise helps swimmers improve their posture, balance, and dynamics. It requires concentration and control over movements. When an important game is approaching, nothing should distract, and it doesn't matter what's going on around.